Alright, we're now live.
Wow, they're still giving away. What is it? What are they called? Shift codes for golden keys in Borderlands.
Really?
Yeah, I just saw there's tweets from Randy Pitchford retweeting Borderlands, this Twitter about them. Casual Terrorist broadcasting live.
Oh, good. I was wondering, hopefully, they didn't change, codes in the background to, where Restream won't work anymore. I have to wait for them to update.
Turn that silent. There we go. Ooh, no. You need to turn that alarm off.
Okay, good.
I haven't set up this new phone yet the way I wanted it to.
Okay, I'm ready to go. How about you?
I'm good to go.
Okay, starting the show in 3, 2, 1.
Welcome to episode 289 of the Geeks for the Win podcast, the tech and gaming podcast from the GeeksFTW.com. We're covering all things geeky. I'm your host, William McDonald, and I'm joined with my co-host, Stuart.
Known across the internet as Casual Terror.
Alrighty, we're back, and looks like we got some interesting stuff to talk about this week.
Yeah, some stuff. Some stuff happened.
A lot of new stuff. A lot of stuff happened. New stuff we've been playing. So, what have you been up to, Stuart?
Well, I've been playing a game called Oculus Beat, which is a predecessor, not a sequel, to the Oculus Trip games. Now, well, those games were all about, basically getting your opponents naked. This one, it's just your normal, you're fighting monsters and defeating them kind of a thing. But the story's good. The story's alright. It's got, because it's called Oculus Beat, it's got kind of a music theme to it. And I'm not 100% sure why they went with music. Because, in battles, you fill up a meter, because, hey, it's a Japanese RPG game. You fill up a meter, and then when you hit a certain point in it, you activate the trigger attack, and that plays some playlist you have, equipped. And, you can do more attacks than you could before, while the music is playing, and then the music isn't actually, I don't actually care for the music too much, which is kind of depressing on a music themed game.
Yeah, that seems like, it's called Oculus Beat.
I don't think the music's bad. It's just I don't like it too much. I don't really care for it. And that's just not just because it's Japanese music, because I'll listen to Japanese music. I have no idea what they're saying, but if it's got a good beat, I like it. But yeah, like I don't actually even I don't comparing this to Oculus Trip. I'm not a fan. I'm not liking the combat as much either, because in Oculus Trip, like you had, like, you know, this attack hits the head, this attack hits the torso, this attack hits the lower body, because you were trying to knock off their clothes. So it was more tactical. While this combat system actually feels almost exactly like Tales of Zestria, which is not the latest Tales game, but the one before that, the one that a lot of people didn't quite like, but I thought it was fine. But I've played 80 hours of that game, and then I've played this game, and the combat's almost exactly the same. So that was a little disappointing. The story is basically, you're this neat, not employed, educated, or training. Just somebody who just doesn't have a job. Who lives in Akihabara. And for some reason, you can see when other people's desires bleed into the real world. Like, not everybody can see it, but only you can.
Okay.
Like the very first one, this guy wished Akihabara was more audio based, like, because apparently it used to be the audio mecca instead of the otaku mecca that it is now. So he kind of wished it would go back to that. And then, like, the next day, like, there's this huge sound system just kind of filling a wall. And I guess if you leave it would cause harm. I don't know. But yeah, then this magic door appeared, and you walk in, and hey, you're in a dungeon. And it's a very linear dungeon, and the dungeons aren't long at all. Like, in the first 6 hours I played, I beat four dungeons. Compared to, let's say, Persona 5, where 70 hours in, I was still on dungeon 3. So, but yeah, and all their other weapons are kind of music based ish, like the main character's sword kind of looks like a Walkman with a blade at the end of it. And yeah, it's a very generic JRPG, but that's not a bad thing. But it's not, say, as unique as, say, Oculus Trip was. So.
Okay.
And yeah, I've been playing that in WoW.
I really wish I had questions to ask you, but I really never played any of those type of games, like the Oculus or the
Oculus Trip 2 is pretty good. I mean, that's actually the only one I played. I haven't played the first one, but 2, Oculus Trip Undead and Undressed, is on Steam, and that's where I played it, and kind of had to stop playing it for a while because Windows 10 came out while I was in the middle of me playing it, and it wasn't compatible for months. Also, I have a playthrough of Oculus Trip on our YouTube channel, kind of up until the point where Windows 10 came out. But that's really all I've been playing. What about you?
I've been playing. Let's see. Let's go. Let's get it out of the way. Overwatch. I've been playing a bunch of that because the anniversary stuff is out. Um, as far as I can tell, it's just like skins and special loot loot crates or boxes, whatever they want to call them, and that's about it. Like, there's no special. As far as I can tell. Maybe I haven't looked too deep into it, but there's no like, um, you know, co special co-op mode like the others have had. The other special events have had.
Mm-hmm.
You just go to arcade mode, and there's just like 1v1, 3v3, random character, where every respawn is a different character,
Mm-hmm.
and then like a capture the flag mode.
Are they doing? I know this is available on PC, but I don't know about console, where you can actually set up your own modifiers and actually have that as a public playlist. Kind of like what you can do in, let's say, Battlefield 4.
I don't know if that's a thing or not.
Like like where you can only play as this character, and like there's zero recharge in any of the abilities, or yeah, I know that's available on PC, but I don't know about console.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't really looked too much into custom stuff because I just play matchmaking because I don't have anyone to play it with. I just play solo with randoms. And I'm saving up my loot boxes because I want to open up a bunch at once. But so far I think I have 6, because I think you get one for the anniversary. Then you get each week. There's like you get one for doing like the one winning a match in the 1v1, winning a match in 3v3, winning a match in something else, and then like every match you win, like every 3 matches you win, I think you earn one as well, up to
Okay.
I think 9 for the week, and then that resets. So that's what I've been doing. I've been I like the what's it called, the random like switch characters every time you respawn, because it gets me to use characters that I don't normally use. I
Okay.
like it and I don't like it at the same time, especially when it keeps giving me Farah. Like, I'll die, respawn, and I'm her, and I'm just like, come on now, I'm no good at her. Didn't you? Can't you? I'm trying to look up. There's some cool skins for the anniversary one. Um, I'm trying to find a good. I guess this would be it. There's one where what's his name? Genji, kind of. I think it's Genji. Looks like a kind of Power Ranger. Let me give you the list. Let me give you that. He looks like one of those types of, like, not really a Power Ranger, but kinda.
If it's the one I'm thinking of, yeah, I've seen this on Reddit. It was on the Common Writer subreddit,
Yeah, like that.
Yeah, so yeah, that's exactly what this is for.
And Soldiers got one that looks kind of cool, and
Yeah, here it is. If you're watching the video.
yeah, if you're watching the video on YouTube or one of the other streaming sites we stream to. Yeah, apparently people are upset because, like, I guess there's so many, or too there's just too many. You have to go through too many boxes to get them. Like it's not it's like almost impossible to get all the stuff without spending money.
Yeah, most people I've heard of that have like almost all the skins, they've spent money like during the events and stuff.
This article says it already can take hundreds of hours to unlock all the new items by just opening loot box after loot box, with the anniversary goods making up the smallest proportion of what's available and having the worst probability when it comes to unlocking them naturally. So yeah, I guess there's a kind of fan uproar, I guess. I don't know. I've got I think I opened one box and I have 6 already saved up, and I'm about to level up again, so that's going to be 7. So I'm unlocking them, I guess. I'm gaining them, but I guess it's till June 12th, the anniversary thing. So there's time. That's like more than 2 weeks away, 2.5 weeks away.
Yeah.
So that's I mean I don't know. I'm enjoying Overwatch though. The Overwatch is such a fun game. It really is. And I don't know. I'm at the point where I'm thinking of trying to find, I don't know, some LFG site to try to find people to party up with and play Overwatch, because I really love playing Overwatch. I think I've said it a couple times, but it was my game last year. It really was. I enjoyed the heck out of it, and it kind of came out of nowhere for me. I really wasn't following it before it came out. It was just oh, this is coming out. People are talking about this. I'm going to see if, about getting a review copy. Probably won't because it's Blizzard, but oh, wow, I did. Okay. And oh, yeah, if you're watching, Stuart's putting up a bunch of the anniversary skins. Some of them look pretty cool.
Yeah, I do like the Diva one, the Rosie the Riveter
Yeah,
one.
that looks pretty cool.
I like that one. I have heard about this Hanzo one, and the problem with that one, and that is the Japanese on his.
Oh, the kanji. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've heard about that.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. What is it?
Well, it's supposed to say arrow, but instead it says like arrow sign, like you would see like on the side of a road.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That's what it says. It says arrow sign. If they didn't have that second character, it would work.
Apparently
but that
isn't
second
the first time
character
they've messed up with kanji.
No, and this one, I think the article I read was on Otaku, basically pointed this mistake out to Google Translate, because if you put arrow into it, you come up with that word, but if you put what it's supposed to be into in the Japanese, it comes out arrow in the English. So, it's Google Translate is. Don't rely on it.
Yeah, I think
you would think a company like Blizzard would know better.
Yeah. I think there's at least a new map added to it. I'm not sure. Because I play Overwatch off and on, but I also saw was it Lucario? I think his skin. If there's some controversy with his, I saw
I think
something
it
about
looks
that.
like Michael Jackson.
No, a different one, not that one.
Not that one. Okay.
Let me see if I can find it.
I do
I
like
saw a headline for something. I can't.
tracers as well. That one's pretty cool.
Yeah, I really like soldiers. His looks pretty cool.
Yeah, that's one I just put on there.
Yeah, so I'm hopefully gonna get some of the cool new skins. I would love some of them. Um, at least one of the characters that I play the most. I tend to cycle between Soldier, Hanzo, uh, was it Widowmaker, and oh, what's her name? The not the newest one, but the other one. Oh,
Oh, Sombra.
Sombra. Yeah, I really like Sombra. Sombra is fun. She can be evil, like she she can be pretty evil when you walk around a corner, see an enemy that doesn't see you right away. You hack them to where you're able to shoot and just melt their health down. Oh, it's so fun. It's pretty fun. Oh yeah, that's a good one too, right there.
Bastion.
It's like a buggy, right? Or like a
Yeah, kind of like a dune
dune
buggy kind of a
buggy.
thing.
Yeah. So yeah, Overwatch. There's some pretty cool skins, and there's I don't know if they're going to be adding more stuff throughout or if what's there is there, but it's a reason for me to play more Overwatch, and I'm always down for playing more Overwatch. So, um, next thing I've been playing is new Injustice 2.
Awesome. Yeah, I almost bought it the other day.
Oh, I think you definitely should. There's so much to it. Like, there's so much to this game, and I keep hearing people talk. I keep hearing, people talk about it, and the way they talk about it. I'm like, okay, there must be. I guess I haven't found this stuff that they're talking about. Like the story mode, it's massive. Like
Really.
it really is.
See,
Like,
I kind of want to get myself to finish reading the comics before I play Injustice 2.
I don't even know. Like I thought Green Lantern was killed in Injustice 1, but all of a sudden, or not Green Lantern, Green Arrow, but he's here in Injustice 2. So I don't know. Let's see. Here Injustice 2 full game movie, all the game cutscenes, 2 hours and 36 minutes.
Wow.
And they are cinematic cutscenes. Like they are entertaining, and it's pretty fun. Like it's pretty much like you're watching a movie, and then when it comes time to fighting, you're fighting.
Yeah, that's. I mean, NetherRealms have really shown other fighting companies this is how you make a fighting game story. Do this. And Capcom's like, nah.
Yeah.
And
They can't even
does
put out
Tekken?
a functional game.
Who does Tekken? Is it Sega?
Is it Sega? I don't know.
I could be. Maybe it's Namco Bandai.
But it's pretty fun.
It's Namco Bandai, and Tekken's known for having some interesting stories too. But they don't do anything like what NetherRealm is doing.
No, like I said it in our group chat, I think that this is better than anything we've gotten from the DC. I think it's DCEU they call it.
The DC Extended Universe.
Yeah.
Is that what it stands for?
I don't know. I think that's what they call the movie universe.
Okay.
They can't call it the DC Cinematic Universe because that'll be copying Marvel, and they can't, even though it makes sense.
The DCCU.
Yeah.
Or the DCMU, the DC movie universe.
Yeah, but I mean, it's so much better than anything we've gotten from, since I guess The Dark Knight Rises.
Wow.
Which that was.
You're gonna make me buy it. You really are.
It's pretty good. It really is. I got it from GameFly right now, but I may buy it.
Which really I was. This was how on the fence I was about Injustice 2. Is it good? Yes. Okay, I'll buy
it. It's pretty awesome. And then they have I haven't gone into like fighting other people, like real other people yet, because I haven't come across anyone I know who picked it up. Everyone was like, "Oh no, I'm not gonna pick it up." When I asked, and then all of a sudden they were like, "Yeah, I'm gonna pick it up. It's gonna be awesome. Yeah, yeah." And then no one picked it up. Like, I haven't seen like Ace or Nox, or the only person I've seen is Def Prime play it. It's the only person, but everyone was so hyped about it, and they were
right. And wasn't last Friday, and I didn't show up, but wasn't last Friday going to be the Injustice 2 game night?
Maybe it was supposed to be, but it wasn't. That no one showed up till like, I guess Blue came in at like 10 something Central Time, and by then I was just like, yeah, this is too late for me to jump in, because I don't want to stay up till like, I mean, it was almost 11 my time, so it was like almost midnight your time.
Okay, yeah.
So I was like, man, this is too late. It's too late for me. But this week they're doing like Assassin's Creed and maybe some Destiny raid.
Yeah, because they want to try out the four person co-op streaming thing.
Yeah. But
that we'll talk about in a minute.
Yeah, I've been doing the story mode. I'm gonna run through it again to get the alternate stuff, alternate cutscenes and whatnot, because there's different paths you can go through.
Okay, cool.
And then they have, what is it? It's like the multiverse. It's like a multiverse mode where there's like these different planets that are different universes or whatever you can click on, and they're pretty much like the Mortal Kombat ladders.
Okay.
And they're different, like some are harder, some are, and they have different rewards and stuff. And the thing is, you can unlock characters, or you can unlock not characters, you can unlock character items, and you can equip your characters, and they have stats. So for certain modes, your character can be better than the default character.
That when that was announced, that caused a huge uproar in the fighting game community.
Yeah, but I'm sure there's modes where it's like default.
Oh yes, there is a tournament mode where you can still wear the items, but the stats are gone. So they're cosmetic only.
Yeah, so like for Harley Quinn, you can get these shorty shorts, or booty shorts, like they're called, right?
Yeah.
And
Okay.
you can get the old school like uh Batman animated series, like what was it, the hat she wears, or the
Okay.
mask hat that, yeah. Like you can mix and match and customize, and it's pretty cool. I'm enjoying it. Like for Green Lantern, you can get John Stewart as a skin.
No, he's not a skin. He's a different person.
It's just a straight up skin. Like you can make
That's
John.
that.
You can go to the different. You can go to the skins or whatever, and like I guess they're the colors or whatever, and you go
Wait,
to.
Green Lantern in the last game. Wasn't that John Stewart? And then and Hal Jordan was Yellow Lantern.
I don't know, but you can do. You
Like
can make his skins are all the different lantern colors.
I swear that Hal Jordan was part of the Sinestro Corps in the first game.
Maybe you think you're close to being right, yeah. But you can make him like a pink lantern, or the white lantern, or all you. There's all the different lanterns, and at the very end, there's John Stewart, and it's like, but that's a different person.
Well,
That's not just a
what about
skin.
Baz or Guy Gardner? What if you're gonna go all in?
No one likes Guy Gardner. Come on now. The best thing that ever happened to Guy Gardner was Batman punching him out with one, or knocking him out with one punch. That's the most interesting thing with Guy Gardner. But yeah, it's pretty cool. There's Supergirl's got a bunch of stuff, and then her alternate one is Power Girl.
Okay.
So that's pretty cool. The Joker's the Joker's a character, but like he was a hallucination during like the very beginning of the game. Like Harley Quinn, you play as her, and he was a hallucination from like Joker's, or not Joker's, from Scarecrow's like fear gas. So
Oh,
I guess they made him a playable character because of one little tiny section like in the story. So even though like he died in the first one, but he was still a playable character in the first. Like I don't get why the Joker was a playable character in either games. Like the whole concept of Injustice is Superman kills the Joker.
right. That's what starts the whole thing off.
Yeah.
But then a bunch of characters from the past come join him.
Yeah.
And he
Yeah,
was
but
one of them.
there's some of the characters are holdovers from the first one, like their abilities and stuff like that are pretty much the same, and their special moves, like I think Aquaman's special move is the same as the old one. It's kind of weird because Aquaman is voiced by Phil Lamar.
Oh, okay.
And I know, it's like I know who Phil Lamar is. I know what he
Yeah.
looks like. I used to watch Mad TV all the time.
I know exactly. I know exactly who that
So
is.
when his voice comes out of like white as can be Aquaman, I'm kind of like, okay, this takes me out of the game for while Aquaman's on, while he's
He's
speaking.
he's voiced somebody else recently.
He does all kinds of
Oh yeah, he does. He does a lot of
voice work.
voices.
Yeah. But yeah, him as Aquaman was kind of like, it's not, it's a bit weird. They got the what's his name? I can't think of his name. But the guy who voices the Hulk in those cartoons, they got him to do Swamp Thing, I think.
Okay.
Which it's like that's good. That guy does a good Hulk.
Yeah.
I mean, probably the only good thing about that Hulk series was they got the whole that whole cartoon show was they got that guy to do the Hulk. But it there's a lot to this game. Um, there's I haven't dived too deep into the multiverse stuff, but I've only done some of the stuff, and I've decided I'm trying to level up certain characters because there's certain items that are you can only equip if you're at certain levels with that character. And there's
Okay.
like different rarities to them, like uh there's like blue items, and uh there's like gold items. Those are like the top tier. I haven't gotten anything in between yet, if there is anything in between yet, but it's a pretty fun game. I'm loving it, and I think you should pick it up and we can play.
Well, you know what? I'm buying it right now.
Awesome. Because it's really fun, and like I said, that man, I put that link in our group chat. I put that link to the cutscenes. I was like, if there's any of y'all who are not going to pick up this game, do yourself a favor and at least watch the cutscenes, because it is a good story. It really is. There's some characters too that I didn't think were gonna be like just some random characters like Blue Beetle.
Yeah, there's a lot of characters in this game.
Blue Beetle, Firestorm. Who else? Actually, let me see. Justice 2 characters. That's not a real Injustice screen. That's a fan made one. You can't trust the internet for anything. I'm kidding. But there's like Captain Cold, and some of the skins are kind of not right. Like the Batman has certain skins, and it's like, oh, this is, Batman Beyond skin, and it's like, it's just buff Batman, but like the colors are Batman Beyond-ish. It doesn't make him look like Batman Beyond at all.
Okay.
Kind of like how I guess Batman, like the skins for the Arkham games, where it was just like
Okay.
it didn't really change the character. It just like the colors were slightly different. Green Lantern, they did not have Stephen Amell this time. Because maybe I don't know why. I was a little upset by that. I thought it was so
maybe
cool.
he'll come in later again.
Maybe they had, who did they had? They had.
I mean, they've got to save something for DLC.
Yeah, Phil Lamar was Aquaman, and I guess he's Jon Stewart when you unlock Jon Stewart. Where is it? Green Lantern or Green Arrow. Yeah, Alan Tudyk is Green Arrow.
Okay.
Kind of weird, but it kind of works, I guess. Let's see. Yeah, like I said, the dude who plays Hulk in all the different animated, he's Bane, Mark Stein, and Swamp Thing.
Okay.
So he's Bane, half of Firestorm, and Swamp Thing. The whole story behind it is pretty much Brainiac invades.
Okay.
So, and boy, Brainiac is hard to fight. He is a tough boss.
He's the boss.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Let's see. Yeah. And oh, they have
Wait,
the
did you
Flash.
get the Ultimate Edition?
No, I got it from GameFly right now.
Okay, because I'm looking um at this stuff, and the Ultimate Edition has the John Stewart skin and the Power Girl skin,
Oh, is
and
that the only way
that
you can get it?
that's the $100 edition
Oh, is that the
of
only
the
way you
game.
can get it, or
Um,
you got to be able to unlock it? I'm
I'm
sure.
I'm sure, but that but that's just saying
Actually,
before
I think you
getting.
can. You can unlock it with credits. Like you can get credits from doing certain. Like there are different type of credits as well. Like you can sell certain items if you get better items. You can sell the certain character items for certain credits that help with some stuff, and then there's other credits to like. I mean, I hate when games do multiple credits, like multiple currencies. It's always confusing. But there's at least two different currencies so far, and like I was about to say, the Reverse Flash is a skin for the Flash, and from what I can tell, the Reverse Flash and it's kind of cool because in the story mode, the Reverse Flash, like his when you fight him, his moves and stuff are the reverse of what the Flash does.
How
Like
so?
like his super, you'll go one way on the screen, and you'll do the same thing but the opposite, the other part of the screen.
Okay.
It just it's interesting, but it's pretty fun. I'm enjoying it so far, and with you picking it up now, we can uh fight each other and be like, wow, we both really suck, don't we?
Pretty much.
Because oh man, I've been afraid to go out in multiplayer because man, it
I
it
never will.
there's a tough learning curve. Like I mean, I can do the moves, but it just feels like I'm spamming a lot of the time certain moves because it's like I know this move does major damage and this move does great stuff, and it's like it just seems like the bet I just go back to the same couple moves, and it just feels like I'm spamming it, and there's not a lot. I haven't really come across. I haven't found a way to really do a lot of crazy combos like in Street Fighter, and and stuff like that. But it's fun. I'm enjoying it. It's if there's anyone out there who's interested in picking it up, I would say definitely pick it up. It's the story mode alone is fantastic, and then there's all the different items you can get for customizing the characters, and the multiverse stuff, which is like the ladder system in Mortal Kombat, and it's really fun. I think they did a great job. And what is it? Marvel versus Capcom, was it Infinite, or what's the subtitle for it? Or the
Oh yeah, Infinite. Yeah.
man, that's got a lot to live up
Or
to. Like
is it in Infinity? Oh,
Infinity, I think.
now I gotta look it up.
Yeah, I don't know. It's one of the two. Yeah, but that's got some shoes to fill. Like it really
Infinite.
does. Yeah. Okay, I was right. That's got some shoes to fill. Like, cause that seems like kind of a like a that and Injustice 2 kind of seem like they're the two comic book you know story driven type games, and the little we've seen from Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, it seems like they're trying to um tell a crazy story with, the two bosses, merging together and becoming hopefully there's a story somewhat, if there's a story half as good as Injustice 2, then I'll be satisfied with, because the Injustice 2 story was really good.
All right, it's been bought now. So,
Alrighty.
and by the way, Microsoft.com, I fucking hate you. You always you refuse to send me a text message with your damn verification code. You always send me an email, and that email is to another Hotmail account. So when you log out of one, oh, the Xbox app?
No, the phone app.
Yeah, you're talking about on the phone.
No, the Microsoft verification app.
Oh, okay.
Because it'll pop up on it'll pop up on the notification bar. You can drag the notification bar down, click approve or disapprove, and bam.
Okay.
It's like the best thing ever.
Well, when you have two Hotmail accounts, and one is set up on for my Xbox, the other one isn't, and I use the other one as the verification. When I log out of one, or when I try to sign into this one, it logs me out of the other one, and then it's a fucking I just go in circles, and I fucking hate it.
We got a new follower, Stuart.
Yes, I know. I just saw the chat.
I just got the email saying you have a new follower.
Yes, he's in the chat. I just saw him.
Awesome. Well, thanks for following. I guess the last thing before we get into news is I got a new phone.
Oh yeah? Which one?
The Google Pixel.
Oh really?
I won it.
You won it?
Obviously, you didn't read our Google chat. You haven't been following the Google chat because
when I'm at work, I can't.
Gotcha.
I can't watch it all the time.
Yeah, I won a phone from a contest.
That's amazing.
Yeah, first time I've ever won anything. Literally.
See, I've always thought that consoles contests are rigged. Just to make you. Oh, if you want to be interested in this contest, buy this thing. And this person just won. They're secretly an employee.
I mean, technically, I know the guy who owns the site who did the contest. I met him at PAX East a couple times, so I don't know if that had anything to do with it. I just, it was one of those the contest, like whenever we do contests, there's like, oh, follow us on Twitter, get an entry, follow us on YouTube, get an entry, retweet this, get an entry. I think I did a couple of those. I didn't do all of them because one was like, oh, follow on Pinterest, and I'm like, I don't have a Pinterest.
You mean you weren't gonna make one?
No, because I thought like you, I was like, I'm not gonna win this. I never win anything. And then all of a sudden it's like I wake up one morning and I'm like, I look at my Twitter and it's like, hey, congrats at Geeky William, you won. And I'm like, yes. The only bummer is it was advertised as the 128 gig model, and I guess there was a misunderstanding, and I ended up getting a 32 gig. So that's kind of a big difference.
Just a little bit.
Yeah. But I don't know. Android O, they had the Google Developer Conference, which is I/O. They showed off a bunch of stuff, and they had this big keynote, and it was pretty cool. They showed off a lot of features with Android O. which a lot of people think is going to be Android Oreo, but for right now it's just codenamed Android O. Um, and they showed off some really cool stuff, like how they showed off like someone taking a picture of their daughter, like, you know, up to bat at like a softball game or something like that, and it was through like a fence, like a wired fence or whatever,
Uh huh.
and it showed like the phone removed the fence and
Awesome.
filled in the gaps.
That's cool.
And they were talking, there's lots of like load times, like boot up times are significantly faster. And I noticed, I got the beta for my Nexus 6P before I switched over, and it's significantly faster, the boot up times. There's some pretty cool stuff. Lots of cool photo stuff. The most interesting thing I am for the Google Pixel 1, now I don't have to upgrade a phone like as soon. I don't have to pay for a phone as soon,
Right.
because they recently came out and they said like the Nexus 6P was gonna stop getting Android updates like end of this year, I think. So I think Google, like, they say 2 year cycles for phones. Like, they'll support phones up to 2 years. They'll guarantee up to 2 years for like the Nexus, or their phones now. But the big thing is the Daydream VR.
Right. That's the thing that's been on. It's been advertised on TV, but never told you what it is. In fact, it's confusing because it makes you think that's called the Pixel.
Yeah, but it's pretty much what Gear VR is to your phone.
Yeah.
There's the Daydream app, and there's all kinds of apps in there that are optimized for. Yeah, that looks nice.
When I typed in Google O, so many images of like the Android guy holding up Oreos, and there was a lot of them.
I would buy a pack of Oreos if they were special like that. I mean, I love Oreos anyways, so you know, especially they have we always go back to cookies. We
We
always do.
we
Um,
do.
they have like 4th of July cookies that have Pop Rocks in them.
They had those last year, I think.
They're like firework Oreos or
Because
whatever.
I want to say that sounds familiar, like Pop Rocks and Oreos. That sounds totally familiar.
I saw it and I'm like, oh man, maybe. It's like they had those next to the cookies and cream Oreos, which is like kind of like
I don't care for those at
that's
all.
kind of like an Inception type thing. Like,
They're not good. I've had those. They're not very good.
I kind of like them.
I came this close one time to buying the Swedish Fish,
Yeah, I saw those. Yeah.
because like the filling was Swedish Fish. It was not like the consistency of Oreo filling, but it was the jelly
Huh.
kind of. At least that's what I've heard.
Yeah, but yeah, I'm just waiting because, man, it sucks because there was a sale on the Daydream VR like headset that not too long ago, where it was like half off, and I am
How,
so upset.
how much is it?
I want to say it's like $80,
Oh, that's not. That's
80, 90.
kind of on. That's pretty much on par with VR with gear.
I'm trying to see how much it is. And what's what the biggest disappointment was, well, before all this, was that my phone, the Nexus 6P, was supposed to be a Daydream VR compatible phone, but there's kind of an issue where it like gets really warm or whatever and has kind of a little bit of a battery issue, and then they decided, well, we're not going to make it Daydream VR compatible. And I've been toying with the idea because there's so many guides out there on how to take the Nexus 6P and make it work with Daydream VR.
Huh. On Amazon, the
Are you talking about the
Crimson,
red one? Yeah,
the
that's cheaper.
Crimson and the Snow are both $70, but the Slate one, the one that you see in commercials, that's $80.
Oh, is the Crimson? Oh, I thought the Crimson was a little cheaper. Was a little cheaper than that. I thought I saw.
No, the
Okay.
white and the red are both the same price.
Okay.
At least on Amazon.
Yeah. So, like I said, there was someone who was selling them for like $49, I think.
Wow, that's
I
pretty
want to
cheap.
say. VR. Look on slickdeals.net. If it, I recommend slickdeals.net. It is a great site if you're looking for deals for stuff. People post, you know, hey, your miles may vary. This TV is normally at $1,000. It's on sale at my Walmart for 400. Check this out. Just like there's all kinds of deals. Yeah, 49 plus free shipping. It was being sold for. Yeah, dang it. Uh, Man, that sucks. Anyways, yeah, so I'm just now using it because I got the phone a couple days ago and I was like, oh, I have no case. As much as I want to use this phone, I am not going to use this phone until I get a case because I know myself. I am clumsy. So I just got my case in today, and it's a pretty sturdy one, and it's got a kickstand. So the only the main thing I'm upset besides the storage, because I had a 64 gig, so I'm going down to 32 gig. So I'm gonna have to be conscious on my storage stuff, but the screen's a lot smaller. I think what was my Nexus? I think it was a 5.7 inch. Let's see, Nexus G specs. Let's see, what's the screen size? Yeah, 5.7 inch, and this is a 5 inch. So it's quite a big difference in size,
Yeah.
screen size. And this is 1080p, and my Nexus was a 1440. So, but this one, it's this the screen's smaller, so battery life ideally should be better. It's got 4 gigs of RAM versus 3. It's got the camera is supposed to be like one of the best cameras out there, so I haven't tried it out yet, but I need to. I need to go outside and take pictures of stuff just to see what they look like, but it's so hot outside. It's Oklahoma summer now. It's like it's in the 90s already, and it's gonna start getting to 100. It will, and I'll be sad because Oklahoma summer is just miserable.
Yeah, when you've told me the temperatures it gets to, I'm like, oh, no. No, thank you.
Yeah, I can't remember who I was talking to. I was talking to somebody. Um, I think it was somebody in real life, I think, and we were talking about like, oh yeah, like 4 or 5 years ago there was that record, you know, record 100 or 70 something days of 100-degree weather in a row. Yeah, not Oklahoma sucks.
No.
Oklahoma is not a fun place in the summertime. It's nothing to do, and it's death outside. But anyways, let's get on to news, Stuart.
Yeah, okay, news. Now, there's a rumor going around right now that
Get my hopes up, Stuart.
Scalebound might not be canceled. Now, take this one with the smallest grain of salt. And the reason that people are saying it might not be dead was because that Microsoft renewed its trademark for Scalebound. Now, there could be very many reasons that they did this. One could be to kind of lock in the name so somebody else can't take the name and create confusion. That seems the most likely outcome. Another one could be that they're basically taking this game to another developer and just going to start from scratch all over again.
Oh, yeah, I guess.
And that's if Scalebound's not completely dead. That's what's most likely going to happen.
Man, this type of game with Platinum developing it just seemed like it was going to be like it was perfect. It was a perfect pairing.
Well, whoever the lead for that game was, like, Scalebound was the game that he always wanted to make. Apparently, which really sucks if Microsoft takes that away from him and gives that to somebody else.
Yeah, it really does.
That's kind of a dick move.
For me, it's the game I never knew I wanted. Like, from everything I saw, it looked so awesome, and I was so sad when they'd said it was canceled. And if there's no, if there's going to be a lot of salt if there's no announcement at E3. Not a little grain of salt. There's going to be a lot of salt.
There'll be nothing. There'll be nothing about this. Because, like I said, what most likely happened was they wanted to keep the name to stop confusion.
Yeah. So, I did see this, and I'm like, I'm not getting my hopes up, because it's probably nothing.
Yeah. Let's see. Our next bit of news actually kind of
sticking with Microsoft.
Yeah, sticking with Microsoft. We regularly stream our show on Beam. Not anymore. Now it's called Mixer. Not to be confused with the audio streaming service Mixlr. With an L, not an E. But yeah, Microsoft decided to rebrand their Twitch competitor service as Mixer. Not 100% sure on the name.
Well, it's because they added that new feature, right?
Well, that's one thing. Like they could have done that to Beam, but
that makes a lot more sense.
That's not the whole idea. The whole idea, like there's a video on. Let's see, I saw it on Major Nelson's website. It was they said it was because they wanted to create more of a party atmosphere. You know, bring all different sorts of people together and mix them up. Mixer.
I thought Beam was a dumb name too, but either way.
Well, Beam. We're beaming it straight to the internet.
I think a lot of names for things are pretty stupid, but you get used to them.
Yeah,
I
Well,
thought
now
Connect was the dumbest thing, and now
it still
it
is.
it's weird to think it was called Natal, and we were okay with it.
Yeah. But yeah, Mixer. And they added some new features. The biggest one, kind of client side, is the whole where you can actually do a co-op stream. So if I'm streaming and you're streaming, we can actually combine our streams onto the same page.
So
Actually
it's
have
like
them
the
side by
multi
side.
Twitch, or
Yes, it's like multi Twitch,
but
and you
it's
can
actually uh, it's supported by the actual website,
yes, um,
unlike a third party thing with multi Twitch.
right, uh, and it can you can have up to 4 players at the same time,
That's kind of
which
crazy.
which some of the guys tonight are going to try it, going to try this out with Assassin's Creed. I'm going to see if I can jump in on that. I may not be able to because there's will be more than 4.
Or you play Injustice.
True, we can do that. Yeah, yeah, and we can do a co-op stream there. So yeah, hey, we'll be able to try it out ourselves. But yeah, and they also introduced a subscription service to Mixer called Mixer Pro,
Which you have a year of.
which I have a year of now, because they gave it to everybody who was over level 50.
I didn't know there was levels.
Yeah, that was kind of when I first heard of Beam, that was kind of the thing that I kind of like. That's kind of neat, to where the more you stream and watch, like you get XP as you do it. And because we stream we streamed on there, and I did watch a bunch of streams on there. I was over level 50, so they gave me Mixer Pro, which the features of that include no ads, and you get kind of pushed to the front of problem, for support, and you get early access to new features, and that's kind of about it. Oh, and you get a special kind of emblem, in chat, which I'm wondering what that looks like now. We'll see what that looks like because we're streaming there now.
I am level 10.
You might have gotten Spark for, which is kind of their currency system for their interactive stuff.
Is that like the Cheers? Or no, that's not to reward.
No, because it's not really money. I mean, but you can spend it. Like what most people do is below their stream they have a bunch of buttons for like to play like sound effects, like an air horn, just in the middle of the stream, just scare the shit out of the streamer, and that'll usually cost some sparks to do that. And you get sparks the same way you get XP, stream and watch.
Yeah, I've got 762 spark.
I was just on there and see how many I have. Oh, I gotta sign in. I don't want to sign in right now.
I really haven't watched that many or much streaming on Beam, or I guess Mixer now.
I kind of prefer it to Twitch, just because Twitch now it just seems so bare bone. No, that's not the right word. It became too kind of open source. And I don't know how to describe how I feel about it. Like there's so many different emotes you can use now. Each famous streamers have their own emotes. Like I now have some Mr. Rogers emotes because I subscribed.
That you get Mr. Rogers emotes from that?
Yes.
Oh, I'm gonna subscribe.
Yeah, you get like X the Owl and Trolley, and I think King Friday.
Cool, because I still got my free one for Amazon Prime.
Yeah, that's what I used it for. But yeah, like I think I kind of like Beam because it's it's a little more structured, and I kind of like that. Some people don't. I understand that, but I like. Well, it's now Mixer. Gotta call it Mixer now.
Now you can stream to Beam the same way you do with Twitch, like with OBS and XSplit and all that,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, and in fact, I think over half the streams on Mixer are from a PC. Like there are, and just like on Twitch, there are tons of Minecraft streams, and Minecraft is actually a little special because it's what's called an interactive game, where you can actually, through some modding and some stuff, you can actually like underneath the stream, you can spend sparks to, let's say, spawn a zombie near the player, or spawn a creeper, which that's evil. But don't do that. That's evil. But yeah, you can actually change the game. Like viewers can actually change how the game
interact. Yeah,
cool. Plays out. Let's see, and what I'm really waiting for is more games to have, well, now Mixer interactivity, to where like now there's some games that have Twitch integration, like to turn off the lights on a horror game, Scream, that kind of stuff. I'm waiting for more games to do that. I'm surprised we haven't seen more already.
Yeah.
But yeah, that wasn't the only streaming service that changed its name recently either. Hitbox, which we also stream on, is now Smash TV. Or no, Smashcast.tv.
So yeah, now I have to go and change the around the web section when I just updated it.
Yep.
So expect that in about a month.
Which what is like beyond just the name Mixer? What, like, Beam has that circle. Twitch has the little speech bubble. What's Mixer's logo? I don't think they really have one yet. Maybe it's the X.
It is. I think it's the X. Hold on. Because if you have the app on your phone, they updated the icon for the.
Oh right, yeah, they did a whole thing with
Mixer,
with the mobile app as well.
Yeah, it's the X.
Okay. Yeah, you can actually stream from your phone now. Like I actually did watch. Like last night, I watched somebody actually. They had their phone right here, and they were talking to the chat.
So like a Periscope thing.
Just like a Periscope, okay. And I want to say, I could have heard them wrong, but in that video on Major Nelson's website, they talked about streaming stuff from your phone. Like maybe mobile games. Yeah.
That could be cool. Yeah, I actually went to a what's it called? A panel. Yeah, a panel at one of the PAX Souths, and it was all about mobile game Twitch streaming, and I had no idea that was a thing. And I was just like, this seems interesting, and I watched it, and it's a thing. They were real serious about it.
Yeah, it just I've often looked into like how would I stream from my phone, and I got a Chromecast and you can kind of do it from that. It doesn't work too well.
There's a you could probably get some sort of HDMI out cable for your phone to and
Probably.
maybe go, yeah, something like that. I don't know. If you Google it, there's probably guides on
Yeah,
how
and a lot
to.
of them, most of them like, oh, if you root your
8-year-olds,
if
video
you
guys.
if you root your phone, fuck that. I'm not gonna root my phone.
There's apps that can like record your screen, everything you do on your screen, without having to root your phone now.
Yeah, yeah, I have one.
Yeah, so I
Yeah,
thought about doing
cause
more app videos because when I did a couple app videos years ago, they got a lot of views.
yeah, um, yeah, because I've looked into like how to stream Gear VR, and that's
Good luck with that.
that's a jungle. That there's
was-
no good way to stream
I was
Gear
thinking
VR.
about that day. I was like, I wonder if there's a way to stream like the
Or even
gauging
just
VR.
flat out record Gear VR. But nah.
Yeah, because you can't just record the screen because the screen is divided up into two images, two of the same images, side by side.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. See, Greg. No, my name is not a terrorist reference. It's just it's actually a name that Microsoft's random name generator gave me, and I kind of liked it, and kind of stuck with it. I've had that name for almost 8 years now. No,
Yeah.
no, I've had it for more than 10, because I
was
got it
about to say.
when the 360 came out. So I've had it for 11 now.
I was about to say you've had it for longer than 8 because we've been podcasting for over 7.
Yeah. Yeah, because I kind of thought like, well, sometimes I'll be really awesome at at the time it was called Call of Duty. It's like I'm gonna be really awesome in one match, and then the next match I would just suck shit. So I'm like, well, I casually cause terror. So that's kind of how my name came about.
Yep.
But yeah, I've often thought like, well, with this name I can never run for president.
uh,
So, but yeah, okay, let's move on from Beam Mixer.
more
And
Microsoft news.
More Microsoft news. Yay! Games with Gold was announced for June 2017. And
Yeah, it's kind of.
well, I have all but one of these games. June 1st through the 30th is Speedrunner, which is
that online multiplayer?
I believe so.
I wasn't sure if that was online or if that was one of those games that looked so fun and awesome but was only local only.
I don't know. The only video I've seen of this is from Rooster Teeth, and they always play locally. So
Yeah.
no, Craig, we've never actually met, but we've known each other for almost 8 years now.
Probably 8 years because we were gaming and stuff in the community.
Yeah, it's
before.
probably been over 8 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were part of a gaming community, and
That
And
fell apart.
one day William was like, "Hey, I'm starting a podcast," and it's like, "Hey, I want to do one too."
Well, it was from a game night we were in.
Yes.
We were having conversations about geeky topics and stuff, and I just thought we could have recorded that and put that out. We were playing Team Fortress 2
On the Xbox.
on the Xbox. Yes.
See, yeah, we've thought about we've almost met up a couple times, by going to like PAX events, but
Yeah, we were supposed to this year, but stuff got in the way.
we live like he lives in the middle of the country, and I live on the other end, so we don't live close to each other. But one day we'll end up going to a PAX event together.
Yep. Hopefully
It'll
next
happen.
year.
Yeah, hopefully next year.
PAX South. I'll most likely go to that next year. Anyways,
I don't. I think the UK is a little bit out of our range of travel
just
distance.
a little bit. And you
I mean,
you gotta get a passport, and that's a hassle.
Yeah.
Which apparently there's gonna be like a law for Oklahoma like soon. I heard that you're gonna need something like a passport just to leave Oklahoma or something stupid like that. Like that
sounds like a propagandist rumor.
Like an Oklahoma ID, an Oklahoma driver's license isn't gonna be enough to, you're gonna need like a government ID. You can't just have a state ID. I heard someone say that. I can't remember.
You know what? I have heard that the Oklahoma driver's license is different than a lot of the other states. Like, because of, like, you can't do something with it, I want to say, that all of us can. I don't know what that is.
I don't know. I can't remember who. Yeah, it was some sports writer who covers the local Oklahoma stuff that I heard on a podcast talking about it. So he might be right. I don't know. I haven't looked into it, but yeah. Anyways, back to Games with Gold.
Let's see. Well, have we heard anything about news over in the UK? Other than that bombing recently, I don't really pay attention much to the US news.
Yeah, I heard Justin Bieber fans want him to cancel his tour because they're afraid another bombing will happen. Like, literally, I heard that today on the radio.
That doesn't sound too bad of an idea, but that's just because Justin Bieber. Okay.
Yeah.
Going back to games. Okay, Speedrunner, June 1st through the 30th. Watch Dogs is June 16th through July 15th. I have Watch Dogs already.
I have not played that, so I probably might give that a chance.
It's not as bad as a lot of people make it out to be.
I heard the second one was way better, like improved on a lot of the stuff that people thought the first one was going to be.
Yeah, the second one was
hacking and stuff like that. They did a lot more with that.
Yeah, it was a much better game. Much better game. That's a little freaky, Greg. It's a little freaky. He said it was in the exact same arena a month or before the bombing.
Yeah, that's pretty eerie.
Okay, and moving on to 360. June 1st through the 15th is Assassin's Creed 3, which I already have. And then June 16th through the 30th is Dragon Age Origins, which is a fantastic game. But I have it on PC. which I think is actually the best way to play that game.
Yeah, but there's more.
There's actually some DLC.
I think this is the first time this has happened. Like, we've gotten a 5th free thing.
Yeah, and it being DLC, not just a full game. But for Phantom Dust, see, what exactly is this DLC? I don't know what it is.
DLC pack. I don't know.
It's a DLC pack.
I tried playing Phantom Dust. Like, there's just too much to...
It's a free game, okay. I had actually never heard of it.
You've never heard of Phantom Dust? They had the big E3 thing where they were talking about they were remaking it. And it's
is
like
that
a card
game?
game, I think, or something like that. I don't know. I tried starting to play it, but there was too much to do before you actually got to doing something. Like, too much running around, talking to people, and I was just like, this is kind of boring. I'll come back to this later.
Okay.
Yeah, it's that Xbox game that they remade, the original.
Okay, so this is the original, because I think the one they were talking about was a sequel, right?
I think so, but I think this... I don't know
because I want to say that it got canceled or something, and that's why I didn't think that's what this was.
Yeah, I don't know. I honestly don't know. I never had an OG Xbox, so I don't know anything about those games.
William, are you a Winston main?
No, I'm bad at Winston.
Just the t-shirt.
I got this from like a loot crate. So, and I love Overwatch, so I decided I'm gonna wear this shirt whenever I can. I like Winston, I'm just not good at him.
Yeah, I'm for the little I've played, I'm not very good at Winston either.
Like, I really like the character. I think he's pretty cool, and his abilities are cool. It's just I'm not good with him at all. There's a lot of characters in Overwatch that I think are pretty cool that I just am awful at. Like, Lucario, I think he is awesome. And there are some good Lucarios out there. But I am bad. I'm bad at him.
Yeah, I don't think I think I've played Lucario once. Yeah, you're being asked again. Who do you main? Which I think you already said this.
I cycle between like Soldier, Hanzo, not Black Widow, Widowmaker, and Sombra. I try to not main one particular character because sometimes you just I play with randoms, so whenever I get in, sometimes they pick a character that I feel like playing, and you can't play multiple characters unless it's like a special mode, I think.
Right.
They made away with that.
And the strategy is supposed to be that some characters counteract other characters. So.
Yeah. Although I kind of feel bad about playing Hanzo ever since hearing that little kid get like suspended for calling.
I'm not sure what you said, but it sounded in an insulting way. So you're
calling the other
that.
Kid a Hanzo main.
Hanzo main.
Insult. Oh. That was the funniest thing. Like I had a good chuckle.
That was funny. Let's see. I think that's all games with gold news, and that's all I got. What about you? What did?
Last week there was a Destiny 2 reveal, gameplay reveal.
Was.
they had a big live stream, and they showed off quite a bit of stuff. Like they showed off a lot of cutscenes. They showed off like the what looks like the opening mission of the game, but after interviews, there's stuff before then. It's not exactly the opening stuff, but they showed like the tower getting attacked, and you're having to, they showed was it, Zavala, the Titan leader. They showed him actually doing stuff. Like they showed him in the cutscene, he like popped the Titan bubble, which was really cool to see one of the like characters from the first game that you only saw him in the tower. You never saw him leave the tower, so you never saw him actually do anything ever. It was kind of cool to see him actually do something, like use a super and stuff like that, and then you're fighting alongside him, and then there's another section where you went and there's another part where you're fighting alongside, you know, uh, Cade Six, which is Nathan Fillion's character.
Okay.
And then there was a part where you saw the Ikora, the Warlock Vanguard leader. She did like this super on this ship that was shooting at you.
Okay.
And it was pretty cool. You got to see the tower getting destroyed, being attacked by the Cabal. I think the Red Legion. I think that's what they're called, something like that. But they showed that off. They had they brought a bunch of people to see and have hands-on time with the game, like all the main Twitch streamers and YouTubers and stuff like that.
Yeah, I saw Funhouse put out a couple of videos, and I watched a little bit of one of them doing a strike. I was like, "Yep,
Yeah,
this is the Destiny strike." Okay.
yeah. I actually saw the whole footage of the strike because they allowed people to bring, I guess, capture stuff and capture it and whatnot. That strike was impressive. Like it was massive. It was lengthy. There was a lot of environmental elements. Like there was there was like this weird machine that had like these like circular, they're not saw blades, but they kind of look almost resembled like a saw blade, and they rotated around like in a circle, and so you had to get through this area, and you kind of had to weave and avoid them because be they'd be moving around and rotating around the area. So if like if someone in your teammate, one of your teammates got downed, you'd have to like very very quickly get them up because there were more that would come. And the boss battle they said it was like a 3-tiered boss battle, and it kind of was like you would fight him, and then the floor would give out after a certain point in time. I guess maybe it was health gated, and then you'd end up going to a different area to fight him. And so that was
Okay.
kind of cool.
So it's actually becoming more like, because I'm playing a lot of WoW lately, more like a WoW boss.
Yeah, I guess I have never played WoW.
Because that kind of stuff can happen.
Yeah. They talked about the patrol areas being more, I guess, more like an MMO, because they were talking about how there would be like treasure maps you'll find, and there's going to be dungeons, and there's going to be like there's going to be stuff to do instead of just like, go to this beacon. Okay, I've got to kill this many of this enemy, or I've got to go collect this thing or scan this thing, or like
That's
the
very
patrol
MMO like.
the patrol areas were in Destiny 1 were pretty bare bones for the
Yeah.
most part.
Yeah, they were.
So hearing that there's going to be like dungeons and NPC characters who are going to have you're going to be able to interact with and talk to, that'll give you missions, and there's going to be treasure maps and stuff, and like that was kind of like the cherry on the top. Like, just, oh my gosh, this is amazing. they showed off some subclasses, some new subclasses. The warlock has this like sword, like this flame sword that the warlock can like just throw fire at
Hor-
with
I-
it.
you
Like
said warlock, not hunter, right?
warlock, yeah.
But wasn't the hunter who had the flame sword?
No, the hunter has this staff that's like electricity, lightning.
I'm talking about in Destiny 1.
No, the hunter has the golden gun
Okay.
that shoots like.
I thought
Oh.
they had a flame sword.
The Titan has a flaming hammer.
I remember that. Okay.
The hunter has the staff that's like the electric, you know, stuff that's kind of cool. And the Titan is Captain America. The Titan has this void
Okay, so
shield.
he's secretly evil then?
There's no secret about it. The Titans are no. But the Titan's got this shield that he can, he can throw and it'll ricochet enemies and
Okay.
stuff. Like it's so Captain America, Stuart.
Okay.
Like everyone's saying, so the Titan's just Captain America, right? And pretty much, yeah. I'm kind of shocked that they would, I mean, they would do something like that so obvious, but they've respec the skills for the other subclasses. Like the golden gun is now like it's not just if you shoot it quick enough, you can get like up to 6 shots instead of 3 before.
Okay.
And they've redone a bunch of stuff. They've added they've made the multiplayer. It's they said all modes throughout the multiplayer will be 4v4, which is a little confusing because there's no Rumble, which is free for all.
Oh,
There's gonna be
okay.
no like big team battle type mode.
Yeah, that's whenever even in Halo. Whenever I play Halo, I go for the bigger battles. I like big team battle.
Yeah, so that was kind of like a head scratcher, and a lot of
You know
people were.
that way it's not if I suck, the rest of my team can carry me, and the more people there are, the more I can suck.
Yeah. But yeah, they said that PVE it's still gonna be fire team of 3, which I was really when they said multiplayer 4v4, I was like, oh my god. So does that mean it's gonna be 4-player fire team for PVE? And then turns out no, it's still 3, which really sucks because 4 is like the standard for everything. Just
Yeah,
about.
yeah, and it sucks when you've got a bigger group.
Yeah, you have a group of 4 people you normally play co-op games, 4-player co-op games through, and then you get onto this and you're like, oh well, someone's left out. And I've been that person left out quite a bit. So
Yeah, I have as well. I have as well.
um the UIs, they cleaned up the UI a bit from what I can tell. They've added a new ability to the subclasses, like I can't remember, one of the classes can bring up this like kind of portable cover. This like cover you can hide behind. Kind of like
Okay, like Borderlands. Like the Borderlands dude, the soldier from Borderlands 1, the right on portable cover.
I thought that was a turret.
It was also cover.
Yeah, more like the Division where you have the mobile
Okay.
cover. Yeah.
Okay.
You can do that. I can't remember what the warlock can put down this like this aura of light like on the ground that can help heal I think heal. It might be able to help with damage boost. I'm not sure, but I know it can help with healing and stuff like that. So, there's a third ability like, melee, grenade, super, or besides melee and grenade, there's the third ability that's not the super. So that's kind of cool. They showed off the multiplayer was this like kind of capture the flag type mode, which they had
Okay.
kind of a capture the flag type mode, but it's called like countdown. I didn't really look too much into it, but um, some of the big news though was that it it's gonna be it's this is where it gets really confusing. So PC, it's gonna be the frame rate's gonna be unlocked or
As it should be.
uncapped,
As it should
so
be.
you can, I guess you can get. I heard, I think I heard they were like if you have 1080, if you have dual 1080 Ti's, you can get up to like 240 frames per second or something. If you really want. Um, they've had it playing at 60 frames on the PC. They didn't let anyone capture footage though of the PC,
Okay.
so that kind of sucked. But apparently it was glorious. It was like it was the promised land, from what I've heard.
That's PC for you.
4K 60. And then consoles like the PlayStation Pro is can do 4K. There's not sure if it's native 4K, but it can do because they have that checkerboarding stuff they can do.
Upscaling, yeah.
Yeah. So 4K at 30. There was an interview with. See, a lot of people are saying the Scorpio is going to be 30 because, they're never going to up the PlayStation because Sony and all this and that. But when they were asked, I heard an IG interview when Luke Smith, the director, the director of Destiny 2, he said that when they asked about Scorpio, he said we're not talking about Scorpio at this time.
No,
So
they're wait for another 2 weeks before they talk about it.
so that was kind of interesting. Like if it was going to be just the same as PlayStation, you think they would just say it's going to be all consoles. 30.
That's what they're going
30
to talk
frames.
about at E3. You know for a fact Destiny is going to be brought up at Scorpio at the Scorpio event.
You think so? Because they have that partnership with Sony for the content and stuff and the advertising. So you think they're gonna be at the
Content's
Microsoft?
one thing. I think they'll also show at Sony.
So you
But
think they're gonna reveal, it's gonna be like 60 frames on Scorpio?
could be, and somebody from Destiny might even not come out, but it might just be a bullet point.
Yeah, because what was interesting also was Major Nelson was at the event.
Why wouldn't he?
I don't know. That just seemed that seemed interesting. If Microsoft has nothing, if they don't have anything really with
Well, it's not like
Bungie
because they have an exclusive content deal with Sony. Microsoft doesn't just wash their hands of and just go, "We're out." No, they'll be there too.
and apparently there's a like parity clause with Sony as far as like the PlayStation 4 and the PlayStation 4 Pro, they have to be like on par frames per second.
Okay.
I've heard that. So.
Yeah, that. I'm not
But
surprised.
Luke Smith said, like, he straight up said, is the CPU, the PlayStation 4 CPU, they can't run 60 with our game. Don't get your hopes up, people. I don't want I don't want any hopes or wishes that someday. No, it just can't. Like he flat up crushed everyone's dreams of that. Like which I was like, at least someone's just gonna be straight with us finally. Then again, this is the guy who was like, when you see it, you're just gonna throw money at the screen. The
Yeah.
same guy. Same guy.
Yeah, right.
So I have mixed feelings about him. But I'm hoping they announce that you're gonna be able to I really hope you can transfer your characters to the PC
What would be the point?
so that
Oh,
you just
no,
don't
no.
have to
You
start
said
over
to
again.
to the PC, but don't you start over anyway?
I guess, yeah, that's true, but I don't know. I hope you could. I would like it if you were able to have one character that was saved like in the Bungie cloud that you could play on, you know, PC,
That would be cool.
Xbox.
That would be cool, but I can see some. You're talking about like if you start playing, a character on one, and then you go over to another. You go from Xbox to PC. You can play the same character.
Yeah,
There might be some legal issues with that.
I don't know. That would be my dream. I know it's out there, and it's not likely, but it's possible.
I'm not. Yeah, they could absolutely do that,
It's
but
just
I've
it's
never.
just the thing of I don't want to. I want to play Destiny, and I'm gonna want to play it on PC, but I'm not gonna want to. I don't have enough. I don't have time to put that much time into two versions of the game. That's my biggest thing.
Wait, so are you planning on getting this on the PC?
Oh, I think I will. I think I will. It's not coming out day and day though.
No. And something interesting about the PC version that I thought was a little odd was where it's being sold at.
Oh yeah, BattleNet.
Well, it's not called Battle.net anymore, but the bun.
They called it BattleNet.
It's not called. It's not called Battle.net anymore. It's the Blizzard.
They called it. They had a message from like the president of Blizzard or whatever, and he said, "We are pleased to announce it is coming to BattleNet."
That's his mistake then, because Battle.net doesn't exist anymore. It is the Blizzard launcher.
I know.
They changed that name like 2 months ago, and I'm
Giant Bomb
Battle.net was a much better.
Confused that they were doing that. Yeah, they think
Battle.net was a much better name.
Back to BattleNet.
But now it's the Blizzard launcher, and I was like, huh.
But no,
a non-Blizzard game on the Blizzard launcher. I mean, it's still it's still the same company.
Makes you think: is Call of Duty gonna eventually go to it?
That's kind of what I was listening to one podcast, and their kind of theory was that this may be a step towards the Blizzard launcher being a Steam competitor. And start selling non-Activision, non-Blizzard games on that launcher.
You better have some good sales then if you want to.
I think they need a much better UI if they're going to do that.
Have a great sale on Overwatch because I want to get the PC version. So give it to me cheap.
Yeah, if there's a sale on the PC version of Overwatch, I might actually play it. Because that's the version I want to play. But
I want to get into PC. I'm kind of slowly saving up for. I think I don't know. I don't think I'm saving up for a 1080, not at the Ti, but the regular 1080.
I think I'm gonna go with the 1070, and then I'm gonna also get a new processor. Which means I need to get a new motherboard.
I think my processor's pretty good.
Mine's okay, but like this right now, I can't do anything else. Just doing what we're doing right now, I can't do anything else. I've I've definitely come across like, oh, I can't, um, like editing videos. I've definitely hit some roadblocks there. Just like, oh god, I gotta wait for this to load. So yeah, I think I'm actually gonna get the same processor that Def got. So that was, I think he got a 770. Or
Yeah, I got the.
no, it was a 7000 or 77,000. Whatever that without that processor was.
I think it was 770 because mine's the 4770K, and yours is the 3770.
Yeah, 3770K.
Yeah, I haven't. I don't try to do as much. I haven't tried to do as much as you, so I don't know.
Yeah, I know. At some point, my processor is going to become the stopping block, so I might as well upgrade at the same time. Yeah, that's what I meant to say.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't
so
know.
I might as well do them both.
I've been going back and forth on whether I want the 1070 or the 1080, and I don't know. I'm just saving money
both
up,
are
and
VR ready.
I'm saving money up. By the time I get enough money for either, maybe there'll be a sale, or I don't know. It's gonna be a while. It's not gonna be anytime soon.
Oh yeah, well, I can technically afford it now, but I don't wanna. Just in case, because it seems like I was like, okay, I've got this date set. If nothing happens before this date, I'm gonna buy it. Fuck, my car broke.
And that's another thing. I'm still saving money. I still almost have enough to get my car fixed.
You won't have to rely on the bus being breaking down.
Yeah. I'll talk
Were
to you
you
about that
were you
later.
on the bus when it broke?
Yeah. And it was like the end of the day, and I ended up just having to walk home.
Wow, that really sucks.
It does. And I was like, I'm not gonna pay it. I guess I could call a taxi or something, but I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna walk. I'm trying to, save as much as I can so I can get my car fixed. 'Cause I miss being able to drive. I hate driving, but it's so convenient.
See, I find that so odd because I love driving. I love driving. But yeah, what were we talking about?
Destiny.
Yeah, Destiny.
Yeah,
Blizzard launcher. Yeah.
The no dedicated servers. That was also a thing, but they've kind of come. There was a thing that came out yesterday that this week in Bungie update. They're kind of dedicated servers. They're having server sides going to take over like the physics and the something else of it. So it's going to be kind of hybrid server peer-to-peer system. So it's not as bad.
Well, isn't that what Microsoft does? Isn't their kind of like that too?
I don't know. There's a graph and a thing showing how Destiny 1 works and how whatever, like they provided a graph showing how Destiny 1's stuff works and that it's going to be different and in Destiny 2 and this and this and that. Like there was an uproar about no dedicated servers, and then no dedicated servers, 30 frames per second on console as far as we know, or at least PlayStation as far as we know. And then no private/custom games at launch. So a lot of people are kind of upset when it comes to the PvP side.
Wasn't it like that with Destiny 1?
Yeah, we just got private matchmaking. Yeah, we just got that like a couple months ago. or maybe it was more than a few months ago, but it wasn't that long. It was a matter of months ago, not years.
Uh,
So
Overwatch didn't launch with them either. What's up with that? Like, what's up with games not launching with custom?
see, the thing is though that with Destiny, there were people who would like they would match make themselves into private games. They would be like, okay, you start this matchmaking. Okay, let's see. You live here, I live there, so we're the closest to live to each other. Okay, we're gonna be the fire team leaders. Then for each, you know, I'll be the fire team leader, and you'll be the fire team leader on the other team. Okay, I'll start the matchmaking, and then when it gets to this part, you're gonna start matchmaking, and then oh crap, we didn't. Okay, so let's like there was a weird system like
Right, like you
people
couldn't have
found
you
how
couldn't
they could
have
matchmake each other.
you couldn't have Destiny tournaments.
You
That
could have Destiny tournaments, but it was a weird way you were matchmaking yourself. Like I was saying, I was describing, like you had to find people, the two people who lived the closest to each other, and they had to be the fire team leaders, and then one person had to start the matchmaking, and then the other person had to start at a certain time, like a certain percentage. When the other team got to a certain percentage of looking for matches or something, like it was a very, a very weird process that I just was like, this seems like too much effort. And there were people who ran tournaments. Like I know I kind of have a sort of friend who's a Twitch streamer who runs all the big tournaments, and he, man, it's crazy some of the stuff they were doing before they gave private matchmaking or private
mm,
matches. Just the effort they went like to try to match themselves. Anyways, so yeah, and then there's the Trials of Osiris, which is like the 3v3 once you're elimination type match where there's no respawn. So once three people on one team dies, the round's over, and then best of five or whatever, or first to five or so something, I can't remember. And then if you go flawless, you go to the lighthouse where you're able to get special gear and whatever, which just gave people like careers of, oh, I'm taking subscribers to the lighthouse. I'm carrying subscribers. You can buy a ticket. You can buy a raffle ticket, or you can donate, and I'll take you, or like that's a huge thing in the Twitch Destiny streaming community is
wow,
trials carries.
wow.
Yeah. Like there are people who all weekend long, that's all they do. And I'm just like, anyways. So it looks like it's Destiny. I mean, Blue from Facetious and OFR, all that. He's been really salty in our group chat, and he's everything he's like, oh man, just not for me. And I'm like, I'm at the point where I'm like, I even said I don't think they could do anything, that would please you.
He's been hanging out with the Scarfinger too much.
Yeah, it's like I post this stuff in the chat for like the people who are interested, like Nox and Ace and Def Prime. And I don't at all think I don't at all post anything about Destiny 2, any leaks or news or anything, and think this is going to be the thing that gets Blue interested. No, I don't. I don't.
You're not going to pull a Def and just post everything.
No.
Everything ever published.
No, that was ridiculous. But there's a lot to it. It's Destiny. The core play is the core gameplay is Destiny, which the core gameplay was what kept people playing Destiny. The biggest problem with Destiny was you only had the same stuff to shoot over and over again. There wasn't a lot of content. Destiny 2 looks like they are actually focusing on content and story, and they've said they're not doing grimoire. The lore is going to be in the game. All this, and all the cinematic cutscenes they showed at that reveal, that was more story. That was more interesting than anything we got in Vanilla Destiny.
Yeah, you think they might have learned their lesson there
I
with
think they did.
no story in
And
Destiny?
they have something. The last thing I'm going to talk about, they have kind of a matchmaking system for stuff like the raids, what they call guided games, which they talked about. They're doing clan stuff. Clans are going to be. They talked about how clans were in the first game, but it was pretty much just another friends list,
Yep.
and how it was they're bad. They should have done more, but this time around there's going to be ways your clan can earn rewards and stuff like that. Then and with the guided games, it's going to be say we have 5 people in our clan and we want to do a raid, and someone is alone, they have no one to play with, you know they use the guided games, and they there's a bunch of different like clan groups that pop up, and they can read a little bio of their stuff, that I guess you put in yourself, and they can be like, no, this doesn't seem right for me. It could be like hardcore, must know what you're doing, must have this
Gotcha.
weapon, the douchey stuff, and they could be like, no, and it's like, must have a mic, must be chill, must not be uptight, be like, okay, I could jump on board
Your
with
light
this.
level must be this. You must have this achievement already.
Yeah, or I'm like, or I was getting more to the of like, you must have a mic because we don't want to play with someone without a mic. You don't be uptight. You got to be chill. We just want to have a fun time. Where noobs are welcome,
That
stuff
that
like
that
that.
that light level thing was actually a kind of a WoW joke, because back in Wrath of Lich King, there was a mod or an add-on that came out that basically it that basically put a score on your gear. So like it ranked your gear, and it became kind of a must-have add-on. And a lot of people were asking, "Oh, you must have this gear score here. You must have this achievement already to even join us." But it became ridiculous and hateful.
Yeah, this is more like to help the 1 or 2 people who, instead of just matching 6 random people together, it's like, okay, this is pretty much a whole group, and then like 1 or 2 people who don't really have a group, but they want to, it's sort of, it's matchmaking, but it seems like their idea is to have the best matchmaking experience possible with this guided games, and it sounds like it could be fairly good. Sounds a lot better than what's on, DestinyLFG.net, or stuff like that out there. Must have Gallahorn, must have emblem to show you did this challenge, must have.
But wait, aren't we trying to do that challenge though? I'm
Yeah, it got pretty bad. It really did. Um, but and I mean, this would be great because sometimes when my group, we only have 5 and we're scrambling to look for a 6th, and we're trying to get in. If we can maybe, if you get points, or some kind of reward or something for help for taking a random, or for carrying a random or something like that,
okay.
that would be beneficial to do stuff like that, and not kick somebody out just because they are new and they've never done it before. They talked about
Oh,
how only 50% of the players ever did a raid.
Oh yeah. Johnny just signed on. Let's kick out the random and play with Johnny.
Yeah, but if there's actual rewards or stuff you can benefits behind doing stuff like this, that kind of makes them what am I trying to say? That makes kind of beneficial to be a friendly community. So I kind of like that idea. Now, whether or not it's gonna end up like that is, because this is the internet after all.
Right.
So, but it's cool. It seems like this is gonna be this does seem like Destiny 2. It seems like a lot of this seems like what Destiny 1 should have been, honestly. But hopefully it's more. Hopefully they've learned their mistakes. They're talking about the patrol area is gonna have dungeons, and there's four new areas. They said 4 new planets, and then they showed, and it's like Earth was, and it's like, no, that's not Earth's not a new planet. It's apparently the European Dead Zone.
To them, that's a whole new planet.
And then Titan, which isn't that like Saturn's moon? Jupiter's moon? Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's one of Jupiter's moons.
Yeah, so that's not even a planet. And then Io, and then
that's also a moon.
Yeah, and then something else, something with a Nessus, something like that.
It's probably also a moon. I've never heard of that one.
Yeah, so it's like none except for Earth, which we've had already, and it's just Europe instead of Russia. It's not even planets. So, but some of the stuff looks crazy, like like red grass and crazy environments.
Red grass, orange sky. Oh my God, it's Gallifrey.
There were some parts where people were saying it looked like No Man's Sky, like the opening to No Man's Sky, like that area.
Okay, I know exactly what you mean.
So that seems cool. There's no word. I mean, it looks like they've learned their lesson, hopefully, and there's going to be a beta, and who knows when that's going to be. I'm hoping E3. I'm hoping E3 they announce, and the beta is available now.
And you get a beta, and you get a beta, and you get a beta.
I mean, there is a closed beta for pre-ordering, so that would be it. I mean, they would have to. It would be that. It'd be like, and if you pre-ordered, you can play the beta now. Which,
so, yeah,
I mean,
I'll pre-order now and then cancel later.
Which, yeah, you could just pre-order on Amazon, right, and then cancel.
Yeah.
Because they don't charge you till. I've never pre-ordered anything on Amazon.
I have.
So,
I've pre-ordered movies.
Okay. As far as games, though, I've never pre-ordered games, so it's like, can you just get the early beta codes and then just cancel afterwards?
I've never got codes from Amazon. I don't know.
Apparently, people have pre-ordered on Amazon and they've already sent them the beta codes. They're just not available. It's not live yet, though. So that's something. But anyways, that's enough Destiny 2 talk. There's a lot. Like, they showed a lot. I was surprised they showed as much as they did. Like, they showed a lot of cutscenes.
Good. Hopefully, it
Hopefully
might.
It's not all the cutscenes in the game.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
And
that's the whole story.
I wonder
right
if
here.
we'll see that stranger again.
Don't know.
Wouldn't it be funny if, like, you never see her ever again? In all of Destiny. One of the most interesting characters, but...
Well...
Anyways, next
I,
last
I, I
topic.
I would just assume that they just kind of Destiny 1 forgotten about. We're just, that was a beta. You paid for a beta for what Destiny was supposed to be.
Yeah. Last topic I got. Looks like they finally announced, or there's a release date for the second episode of Guardians of the Galaxy Telltale. Oops, sorry about that. I gotta fix that in post now. Anyways, it's gonna be June 6th. Finally. I mean, they've been releasing them fairly quick,
Yeah.
like the other games. So it was kind of weird how this one, there was like no, like it took a while for them to even say when there was going to be a new um episode coming out. But June 6th, oh, come here, girl. Keep her from barking. Uh, anyways, yeah, I'm excited. I really am. I love the first one. My review for the first one's on the site. I looking forward to more of them, especially after I finally saw Guardians of the Galaxy 2, and
Oh,
I'm more hyped than ever about Guardians because
I get that. That was probably the point.
that was a great movie. That really was.
It was.
And I made
Definitely
sure to
was.
stay through all five after credit scenes.
Still surprised so many people got up after the first one.
Yeah, like after the first one, people got up. Then there were still some people. After the second one, people got up. After the third one, people got up. And I'm like, and there was people who missed the fifth one because I was like the only one there when I saw the fifth one, or when the fifth one came. So
Yes.
it's kind of crazy, but that was a good movie. It really was.
Yes. Yes, it was.
But anyways, I want more Guardians of the Galaxy, and we're not gonna get that till, or at least movie wise, um till Infinity War Part One.
Right.
And
I
well, I
didn't think
guess
there was
maybe
going to be a part 2 anymore.
it's not called Part Two. It's gonna be called something else, but it's gonna be still connected.
Okay.
You
I
know,
mean,
there's a rumor it's gonna be
they're all connected, but
yeah. I
okay.
mean, it's gonna be like continuing story. Like there's a rumor it's gonna be called Infinity Gauntlet,
Okay.
which I don't know. Maybe the Infinity War is keeping the last stones from Thanos or whatever. Then he gets it at that in that movie. But anyways, this isn't a movie podcast. But I'm glad we're gonna finally. Hopefully, episode 3 doesn't take as long, or at least for them to give us a date. Because that's the thing. At least give us a date. Let us know when we can look
Well,
forward to the next episode.
the thing with Telltale though is they don't they don't like long lead ups. They will announce it when it's close to being out, which I kind of prefer
Yeah.
because that's not the steam from the hype train isn't quite going to die by the time it from announcement to release.
I prefer what they did with Walking Dead season 3. They released the first 2 episodes together. I prefer that. But yeah, I do.
Unlike like I said, they announce it close to the release date. Unlike say Far Cry 5, which you can pre-order now, but it's
doesn't
not
come
coming out till
18.
Q4 of 18.
Oh, Q4 of 2018?
Yeah.
Wow.
And you can pre-order it now.
That's crazy.
At least I think it's Q4. It's either Q3 or Q4, but it's late.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess that's good that, they announced it and it's coming out, a week and a half from now. A week from this upcoming Tuesday. So, definitely, I'll definitely probably write a little review for the second episode. And
Oh wait, this This article says February. I was lied to.
For Far Cry?
For Far Cry.
That makes sense. I like to see more games go in the first in the beginning of the year, because there's a lot of games that happen in the Q4.
Yeah, but all games don't need to move there.
That's true. Yeah. But Far Cry in February, that's I think that'll be okay.
Yeah, that'll be fine. Anyway,
yeah.
Guardians.
Oh no, that's it. It comes out June 6th. I'm excited. The first episode was fun. I'm looking forward to second and so on. I really need to play the other. Really need to finish through the others, especially Batman. I really need to play Batman.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
Anyways, don't.
And you also need to play Wolf Among Us.
I don't have that, actually.
That was free. You didn't grab it when it was free?
Maybe I do. I don't know.
It was really good, and it got me reading the comics, and I'm almost done.
Okay. Yeah, I need to go through that and the Walking Deads again on this console, because I played 1 and 2, but I played on the 360, so I need to go through those again and then play through 3. Carry my save over. Anyways, I guess be sure to check out our website, thegeeksftw.com. We have reviews sometimes. There's links to everything, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, Facebook. We have the Beam link, which should still
which redirects to Mixer.
And then the Hitbox, which redirects
to Smashcast.
Yeah, so I'll fix those. I'll update the images and the little font, or the little wording to fix those. But I'm glad the links still work.
Yes, they still work.
So there's no huge rush.
And I'm glad the restream still works. So it didn't break anything on our end.
Yeah, so be sure to check that out. And be sure to follow us on Twitter at the GeeksFTW. Stuart is at Casual Terror, and I'm at Geeky William. We tweet out whenever there's new stuff. Whenever we go live. Where you watch the video portion, Stuart puts
Except for this episode.
Oh, we forgot to tweet.
There was no tweet for this episode.
Oh well. Normally we tweet. We do normally. We promise, but that's the best way, is just to follow us on Twitter. That's the best way to get all the updates and stuff. And whenever we post an article, we'll tweet it out. Whenever we have a contest, we'll tweet it out. And I think we're gonna have a contest soon. Stuart passed up on something that I offered him, so I think I may give that out as a contest. So,
that'd be cool. Yeah.
Yeah. So stay tuned for that. We'll tweet that out, and we'll probably talk about that next week once I set up everything. But that's about it, I guess, for episode 289, and we'll see you next week.
Bye. This was actually a long episode.
Longer than I thought, yeah. Oh, why is that playing on my monitor? Okay. Trying to find the spots my dog was barking. There's a fly in the room, and I think she was barking at that. Oh, is this it? Oop, that's it. Ooh. Ooh, that's bad.
Yeah, Guardians of the Galaxy 2 kind of went a little cartoony at
Man, that
points.
opening scene, the opening, oh, that was great. Like when I saw that opening, I was like, okay, I'm on board. I was already on board, but this is amazing. The baby Groot, like, oh my god, that was so
Yeah,
amazing.
and they didn't really they didn't overuse Baby Groot, which I was really afraid they were going to do.
Yeah, man, there was a lot of Drax in this, like a lot of important Drax moments.
Yeah. You're beautiful on the inside.
Oh, can I pet your doggy? And he just starts laughing. Oh my god.
When he said, "Do me, do me, do me," like, dude, you wear your emotions on your sleeve. There's no hiding anything.
And she starts laughing like just as much as he does. Oh, it was pretty good. I'm looking forward to the Blu-ray. What is it? T-Mobile, they got this app that's called, or this thing that's called T-Mobile Tuesdays, where T-Mobile customers get certain stuff that T-Mobile does, and it looks like this upcoming Tuesday, they're going to be. I saw they're giving away uh $4 uh tickets for the opening weekend of Wonder Woman.
It's not bad.
It's on some site called like Atom or whatever, so I need to. Hopefully, my theaters, like, I can buy tickets on that site for my theaters. I hope so. I joined the, what is it, the Stubs program.
Okay, that's great.
'Cause-
I I actually didn't have to pay for my uh, Guardians ticket.
oh, nice.
Yeah, I was like, yep, like, oh, yep, you're good. Your rewards are good. It's like, yeah.
Yeah, I got $5 off because when I signed up, you automatically got $5 for signing up.
Yeah, but signing up costs money, though.
Yeah, it's $15, but still, I got the $5 off, and then I got the ticket fee prices, to online. Those are going to be free now, which that's the main thing for me is I can buy my tickets online without having those fees, as well as get
I
reward
didn't know
points and
there
stuff.
were fees.
Yeah, if you get the tickets online without being part of the stuff, it's like $1 something per ticket,
Okay.
which that can add up,
Yeah,
throughout the
absolutely.
year. So yeah, it's gonna be like the Wonder Woman ticket, a Wonder Woman digital comic book, and I think $10 off Groupon. That's gonna be this Tuesday's deals. Normally it's like, oh, you get a free movie rental from Vudu or from this movie rental program, or there's a lot of those. Turned your Xbox on, I heard.
I did. Start downloading the. Oh crap! I forgot. I'm not. Got my Fire Stick in that place.
Oh man, Arrow though. Season
I
finale of
I
Arrow.
started watching CW stuff again, so I'm getting there.
That season finale of Arrow, I saw an article. I saw someone's review, and they were like, "This is like the best episode of Arrow like there is," and I'm kind of one to agree. Oh, there we got Slade back.
I did see and still, and he was there.
Oliver asks him for help.
Oh my!
Yeah, there's a lot of, and there's like Al Ghul versus Al Ghul,
Okay.
Talia versus Nessa. Like it's a huge event. Like that last episode. Flash was there were some interesting things with Flash. I don't know the way it ended. I don't know how they're gonna it the show is gonna be completely different. That's all I'll say.
Well, I did notice that, because where I stopped watching was right after the evasion event. So like the next episode was like him throwing the Philosopher's Stone into the Speed Force, and then accidentally going into the future. And the date that he went to was like May 23rd or something like that.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, they just said when the finale is.
Mm-hmm. But it ended like a comic book. Like it ended like a comic book, like arc ending. Like the show is gonna be unless they just do something crazy to fix it. There's a major ending. Like it's there. I don't know what they're gonna do with the next season. I really don't. The way it ended, it was a massive ending. So that should be the motivation for you to finish up and watch.
I'm getting there. And thanks to Tracked.tv, that makes doing Cody a lot better.
It's pretty good. And then
Hello, Isaiah.
Legends, that was great. I really enjoyed Legends this season.
Was Legends short?
I don't know. I think it continued to go on when the others had a break or something. I don't know. But this season 2 was way better than season 1. Yeah, it was 17 episodes. Yes, it was a little short.
I thought, because I was I was looking at on Tracked.tv. I'm like, well, maybe it's not done yet.
And Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. ended. That was pretty good. You got a lot to catch up on.
Yeah, that's kind of why I started watching last night.
I'm kind of jealous. You have a lot of good shows to watch. Like to binge watch.
I am caught up on Doctor Who though.
Oh, yeah. Have you liked it so far?
Yeah.
It seems like a lot of the episodes you like.
I'm still not a fan of Bill though.
Oh, yeah.
I still don't really like Bill that much.
There was part of me with that last episode, when it turned out it was a computer program, I was like, does that mean Bill never existed? And then
yeah.
I was kind of hoping for that.
Like, what's real? What's not? And I guess that was kind of the whole issue.
And then it's like, nope, the other stuff you watched was real, but it's just this particular thing, this particular episode wasn't. And it's like, aw. Man.
But hey, we know who's in the vault now.
Yep.
And that's exactly who I thought it was.
Yep. Missy. I was hoping it would be John Sims, Master.
Actually, that's actually who I thought it was. But
yeah.
Technically, same person.
But the fact that he's coming back, I'm excited. I really am.
Yes, and
he was such a fun villain.
Yeah.
And it's confirmed that this is Missy's last season as well. Because apparently, YouTube, Doctor Who YouTube, there's an after show.
Really? Okay.
Where they it's actually pretty good.
Okay.
They had the last one, they had Missy as a guest, and they had someone else as a guest,
So it's basically the Talking Dead, but
kinda,
for Doctor
yeah.
Who. So it's Talking Who.
They had the script editor who I think it's called the script editor. He looks over all the scripts and makes sure it's not continuity, but person, but kinda. It was interesting, some of the stuff that they were talking about, but yeah. They have a lot more than just the actors. They have, people who are actually, like I said, the script editor, talk about this and that and so forth. Anyways, I think I'm gonna get off and get something to eat before the game night.
Me too. Hopefully, Injustice 2 will be downloaded by then.
Hopefully. I've got mine downloaded already, so.
Because mine's I guess 0% and it's not doing anything.
Oh, that's not good.
I mean, the network is, it's changing the speeds, but there's no.
Oh, and there goes your file in Dropbox.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
What are you talking about? My file? What? Okay. Oh, yes.
Alrighty, I guess I'll talk to you in an hour or so. Probably 2 hours, because they never start the game night when they're supposed to.
Ace already said 10, so.
Okay. Alrighty, I'll talk to you then.
Alrighty. And I'll see you, chat.